mortal could smell the residual magic, her aunt could feel it. No amount of water rose or burned sage, or any of the other tricks people tried, could hide magic from Taya. Her dark eyes flickered to Asya. "Correct," her aunt murmured, a hint of satisfaction in her soft voice. In front of them, the comforting trees gave way to an open paddock. It had been allowed to run wild, chamomile glinting yellow in the long grass, like sunspots on water. Purple-capped mushrooms pushed their way through the weeds, intertwining with the soft lilac of scattered crocuses. The tinge of pride in Asya's chest melted away, replaced by a thrumming anticipation. The paddock could have been beautiful, she supposed, but the cold apprehension burning in her stomach overshadowed it, darkening the flowers to poisonous thorns and muting the colours like fog. It was always like this, ever since the first time Taya had taken her on a hunt. Once she was left without a task to complete, a distraction. Asya couldn't pretend to forget what came next. She'd hoped it would get better, but she still couldn't shake the lingering fear. She shifted her feet, trying to ignore the erratic rhythm of her heart. She hated waiting, each frantic beat stretching out into an eternity. She just wanted this to be over. After all, her sister had always been the brave one. But that was why Asya was here, why she had to follow this path, no matter how she wavered. She owed it to her sister. They were the two sides of a coin, and if Asya failed, then her sister would too. Taya's words, the words Asya had to live by, pounded through her. This is our duty, not a question of right or wrong, but balance. Her aunt stepped forward. She moved silently, slipping like a shadow untethered from its owner, from the gnarled trees and out into the overgrown paddock beyond. She didn't speak. She rarely did when she felt a calling. But Asya knew she was meant to follow. Asya took a shaky breath, touching one finger to the wooden icon around her neck, an unspoken prayer. She could do this. Far less quietly, she followed Taya into the uneven grass, wincing at the snapping twigs beneath her boots. The paddock led to a small cottage, surrounded by more soft crocuses. Their purple seeped out from the house like a bruise. The building's thatched roof had clearly been recently repaired, and the grey stone was all but consumed by creeping moss. The stench of magic grew with each step. Water roses lay scattered on the ground, interspersed with dried rosemary sprigs. The too-sweet scent, cut through with the burn of magic, made Asya's stomach turn. Taya stopped by the wooden door. Marks of various saints had been daubed across it in stark black paint, uneven and still wet. Acts of desperation. They felt out of place in the idyllic scene. The sight sent a prickle of unease through Asya's gut. "Your weapon?" Taya prompted, her voice as low as a rustle of grass behind them. Asya's fingers jumped to the curved bronze shashka at her waist. A careless mistake. She should have drawn the short blade long before. She couldn't let the apprehension clawing at the edge of her mind overwhelm her. Not this time. She had to be sure, uncompromising. She had to be like Taya. Asya unsheathed the weapon, the bronze glinting in the fading light, and forced her hand to steady. Her aunt gave her a long look, one that said she knew just how Asya's heart roiled beneath the surface. But Taya just nodded, turning back to the freshly marked door. Sparks already danced behind her eyes, deep red and burnished gold flames swallowing her dark irises. It transformed her from ethereal into something powerful. Monstrous. Asya pushed that thought away. Her aunt wasn't a monster. Taya reached out and pressed her palm to the wood. Heat rolled from her in a great wave, making Asya's eyes water. A low, splintering noise fractured the air.